I ain't cooking roller fast, man. You know we here in DR. I mean, we enjoying the good weather. You know, me ain't taking it easy. But I want to express a little something about this Eve and what's so important about this Eve. They say that today is Eve of the birth of Christ. Oh, it's gone. Muerto. Muerto. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, so I want to approach this topic, man, but explain a little something about this Eve. I'm not against this holiday. Today in the Zodiac tree is gentle wind. Why is that so important? The gentle wind is a leaf commandment in the South. When Adam and Eve was placed in the garden, according to the, which is an abbreviation of Torah, Nabavin, and Katavin. In the Torah, it says that Adam and Eve was placed in the garden. The garden is called Hagin. The Hagin in Arabic would be Hajin or Jannah, garden. What's so important about that is that in gardens is where plantation and vegetation take place because we have someone to till it, a husbandman to till the garden, which was the commandment given to Adam, right? Cool, no problem with that. But check it out though. It says that this is the Eve, right? So gentle wind. When man was made, given to man to make him made. He wouldn't have been made if he wasn't given something, right? What was he given? See, he was given the breath of life, the gentle wind. Shout out to my Zodiac. Shout out to all my Zodiac planters, man, who planting their trees for every Zodiac holidays, man. Cause we just incredible, yo. We just incredible. We from a mother plane, a baby plane, man. Y'all can't catch up with us. But that breath of life is what gave Adam and Eve existence. A gentle wind, which means the reason why a gentle wind is because in the Quran it says that when Solomon wrote to when he wrote to Queen Bliss or Sheba, you call it in the Tornaka, he wrote her a letter and he said, Bismillah el-Rahman ar-Rahim. Rahim, the merciful. That's that gentle wind. El-Rahim, al-Naf. Woo! That's that gentle wind. The Rahim of the Nef, or Nefesh. You understand? All right. So in that light of speaking, we're going back to Jinnah again. Jinnah. Hagin is the garden, Jinnah. Right? What's so important about that is that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he prescribed for the eye, which means what is the military training of men in North America, right? Captain Lieutenant. The Captain Lieutenant off under the rank of what is the FOY MG? What is the meaning of FOY? FOY, the meaning of FOY is fruit of Islam, which is the military training of men in North America. Fruit of Islam. Fruit of Islam. Do you understand what it means to be the fruit of Salam? Wow, that is incredible. From just its orange start to be a fruit of Salam. Do you understand what it means to be the fruit of peace? The fruit of security, the fruit of stability, the fruit of security? This is what we are missing out on. We're missing the template of what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad established for us. We are so concerned with the religious precursor of the landmarks that he's using to communicate towards us or to us that we forsake the mathematical precision of what he's communicating. He's speaking in a mathematical language that surpasses the past and future tense of the present day scholars of this world who rule the dunya. You understand? Okay, so Jinnah or Hagim doesn't begin in the Arabic language, nor does it begin in the Hebrew language. It actually has its root in the Sanskrit language. Jinnah. Jinnah. Not just Jinnah. Jinnah. And Jinnah means birth chart or natal chart. Natal in Sanskrit is the word Naba. What does the word Naba mean in Hebrew translated into Arabia? In Hebrew, which is a non-word for languages. There's no such thing as Hebrew as a language, actually. If Abraham or Ibrahim or Abram was the first Hebrew, then the language itself had to predate him. So he could not have been a Hebraic speaker. So Hebraic is taught us, we learned in the Tanakh exegesis, is that it means walked over. But was he the first to cross over from Chaldea, Chaldea, to what you would call Mizraim? Was he the first? Check your scriptures. It says that the rivers traveled from the Blue Nile all the way up to Mizraim River. So if that was transitioned before Ibrahim was here, then that means that there was a transversion, regardless if it's a man, creature, or angel, before Ibrahim did. So what you mean he's the first one who went there? It's another meaning behind that. Okay. So Jinnah, the garden where Adam was at, Eve was at, is where those rivers were transitioning, right? But Adam and Eve was expelled from those from that garden. Interesting. In Sanskrit, Jinnah represents the natal chart. In order to mathematically prescribe this natal chart, you had to draw a box first. A box in Arabic is called wathiq. Wathiq. So this box is where Al-Buni from the book Al-Shams Marif, which is the secret knowledge of the sun, secret boxes. But these boxes was already drawn out from the chart. This is where he get it from. These magical charts. Why it was magical? Because it dealt with the astronomical position of sun, moon, and stars, which is the flag of what? The fruit of Islam. It's a fruit. This is why you are fruit. In order to draw this box to get the Jinnah chart in Sanskrit, you have to draw one X first. In the nation Islam, which was decreed, which was never decreed before. People given Islam, yes, as a religion, yes. But was you called a nation? You was called a brotherhood, you was called a companion, but you was never given nationhood. In 1930, we were given nationhood. Very important. So this X was given given to every registered member of the Nation of Islam upon his acceptance of Islam in the wilderness of North America. But to complete this gender chart, you had to draft 5 more X's to complete the gender chart. So it's X by X by 5. What is 5 in Hebrew? 5 in Hebrew will fall under the number of what? Geber, Chasid, which is in Arabic, Hamza. Chasid is good. Hamza represents so-called 0, right? But in Sanskrit, the number 5 is sink. In Creole, is sank is 5. In cinco. Oh, interesting, right? So how come the Latin derivatives, French and Spanish and Latin, derives its numbers from that same number sink in what? Sink or pink? In Sanskrit. Pankan is the anti-clockwise of the gender chart. Counting of the clock. Pankam. So those scientists which say they are black scientists teaching the Nile River civilization, call it Kemet, actually got the word commit from the European scientists. But I'm not calling them European scientists because they weren't scientists. They were European mercenaries. These mercenaries of scholarship took the word Pankam or Pankam from the natal chart and called that country Chemis or Commission. We didn't create that word commit, you know. This is something this is something they provide to us. Yo. Okay, am I still live? Okay, yeah. So I'm sorry. That's the I key right there. So the European scientist or the mercenary took the word pankam or cam and attributed it to tell us what it was. And now our scholars trying to reinvent the word Mizraim in Egypt, which stems from the word Gupta, which is a family name in Vendia, which you call India, into Egypt in Latin, which is Gupta, not Italy. See? They subtracted, but then added on to their stereotypical ideology and passed it on to us. And now our modern day scholars is running with it like it means something of some import. The Mfadishi, the Jabaris, the even Sheikh Antidip got caught up in that. No, brothers and sisters, I'm sorry. The concept of Kemet doesn't begin the way they gave it to us. The European mercenary scholars, the Wallace Budges, the Gerald Masseys, they made Henry Frankfurt's. They made that up because they took it from where they got it from. The concept of the African ideology is something that is a crackhead-based philosophy. You say, why he called African philosophy crackhead-based? It is. You know why African philosophy is a crackhead-based? It's in the Supreme Wisdom, the lesson on first term assignment of the students of lost found students in the Wisdom of America. Why the devil call our people Africans? We not African businesses. I'm sorry. Because when you go into studying it, it's like taking when crackheads take a hit on that pipe, they will never get that same hit again. Never get that same feeling again. This is why they chasing it. Because they can never get that same hit again. They will never get that same feeling again, but they keep chasing it. That's how it is with Africanology, with Afrocentricity. You take that first hit, you think you're getting something, and you keep going back thinking you'll get the same hit again of awareness, and you never get back. You just get cracked out. Sorry. Because you're not getting no shahadis to verify nothing you're saying. And you can't use, oh, I'm a scholar. I'm a scholar. Sorry, Wesley. Footnotes is full of shit. Footnotes are doctored. Commentaries are doctored. Until you have an original verifying what your footnotes are, then all that shit garbage. You can bring me how many mercenary scholars you want. Of course they're gonna verify each other. They all the colored men, aren't they? So verify each other. Okay then. We could cut it out, okay? Cut it out. You wanna do some real research? Take a hiatus in one of these countries and study the traditional languages and traditional treatments of in the traditional sense. Not sitting as an armed scholar or a paper tiger studying. But anyway, back to this X again. So, hola. Oh, bonito, bonita. So you have to understand these concepts. What happened? Oh, I'm back alive, I think. I'm back. So inside of that X multiplied by 5, now you got a whole chart, and it's called Sankranti. So it could be Pankranti or Sankranti, which is clockwise counting of the sun going across all the zodiac houses. Pankam is the sun or the zodiacs going counterclockwise of the sun of the 12 houses. So this is where you get the word kam from, and its importance in Sanskrit. That's the X that Farad was telling us about. And why is 5 multiplied by 5? Because the X displays the 5 cardinal points, which we don't pay attention to. We only talk about the 4 cardinal points. No, it's 5 cardinal points. You have the 5 points of the X, and then you have the center point of the X, which the vortex spins off from. You cannot have an X without the center. Understand? So from there that's where you get the power of 5 from Hamza, and lay the golden egg. But the golden egg only comes into place when it's under the number 10. See, in Sanskrit, number 5 is the number 4 in English, but actually number 5 because it's a chair. How can you prove that, brother? If you are actual master, you will understand why the number chair represents 5. Okay. So, the number 10 represents 0. The Brahmin priesthood had brought the 0, which is Dasha, to Mu, which is Iraq, where Tigris and Euphrates River, the end of the Garden Eden, in the 7th century AD, to the Caliphate. He pays them to teach his imams about algebra, calculus, and trig. And thus, after the Brahmins left, the imams begin to extrapolate and create philosophies based upon the stars. Brothers and sisters, this is Gara Gayn. I just taught you about why Christmas was why it's Xmas. So the mass is you and I, fruit of Islam. But are you a fruit? What tree bored you? Think about that. Today is gentle wind and our grand commandments about leaves. I just had to drop that on you. Let that fall on you. What is it? Al Saif? Wow. Saif is 4, right? Yeah, anyway. I'm not sure if I'm right. It could have been. Al-Harif is 4. Sorry. Saif, I think, is summer. Or Al-Samu. Al-Harif, I think, is 4. Anyway, I'm going to close, man. This is how you awaken the beast. This is how you reform. Okay, brothers and sisters? This is how you reform. That's the X, brothers and sisters. This is for my fruit. You're not a fruit, you have to take care to it. You have to take heed to it. Esumi land, brothers and sisters. I love y'all. This is Gentleman. This is Gara Gayn. I'm out.